I'm starting live on Facebook.
Yeah, thank you. So everyone ready to become writers, authors, book publishers?
Yes, I am ready. I'm ready.
Okay, very
I'm
good.
already your student of, writing, storytelling, all that.
Yes, I know, a very good student at that. Very nice.
Writing is one of the difficult things. You can talk, but putting
Yes.
in writing, even you can't write 2-3 lines, then you got stuck.
It's very difficult. And actually to take that effort to sit down and start writing, it's not easy at all.
The main thing is when you search for the pen, you won't get the pen to start writing.
I know, really. We're also worried that people might stand on judgment on us, or, they may not agree with our point of view, so we just don't start.
Mm.
We have to try our best to get over that. Some people are trying to connect some people.
Yes, live is started. Jyoti, you may start with the introduction meanwhile.
All right.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this platform of IAI3. Today, we are going to have the knowledge sharing session with Mrs. Anjali Sangvi. She is a soft skills trainer and she runs her own academy called as Orchids Academy. Her subjects of interest are amongst the many others with terms of soft skills. She is excellent in creative storytelling and creative writing. Now that's a skill that we all need to evolve and develop in ourselves. And we are so very happy to have her today on this platform to share the creative writing or the writing creatively skills on this platform today. She has been with IAI3 for more than 3 years now, and the connect has been built over a period of time. Knowing Anjali ma'am, it's been really an honor and an interesting journey. She has also initiated the IAI3 Edu Talk, most of which you will see on the Facebook Live. We've already started series of interviews of people whose stories are untold. They are the ordinary people with, the extraordinary stories. So II3 is bringing to you these kind of stories, and it is hosted by none other than Anjali ma'am herself. So do watch us on Fridays at 6 p.m. at the II3 Edu Talk on different speakers as they share their journey with Anjali Sangvi. Over and above that, Anjali Sangvi has been contributing a lot on the II3 e-bulletin as well. She has been regularly contributor of a lot of stories, of a lot of articles at the II3 e-bulletin, which we publish annually. With this, I would like to introduce Mrs. Anjali Sangvi for our session today on writing creatively. She's definitely going to throw a lot of insights, and it will be a great learning for each one of us to understand how we can evolve in the writing industry and write creatively. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this incredibly lovely introduction, Jyoti. And I thank my parent body, IAI3 as well. A warm welcome to all the participants. Are you ready to start this journey? Come on, give me a thumbs up. Is everyone ready to start writing? Becoming great writers? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's absolutely amazing. So I want this to be an interactive and participative session. Okay, so there are some concepts which I'm going to share with you, but at the same time, it's not going to become very pedantic or, boring. So just a little bit, I'm going to tell you that our brain is also a muscle. So the more we extend it, we use it, and we tell it that you have to start working, then it responds. But if we don't watch movies, we don't read, we don't look at experiences out of our regular routine, it's not going to give us anything. So that is why let's start with an activity. Okay? If there was an article written about you in the newspapers, right? Supposing you did something and there was an article on you in the newspapers, what heading would you like to give that? Take some time, think about it. Tomorrow, a journalist wants to publish an article about you, and what heading would you like him to give? Okay, so now in this session, you're allowed to do anything as regards creative writing. Okay, only thing I'll request you is after you answer your question, I hope you won't throw it back at me. I hope you won't say, no, you have to answer that question.
So friends,
Okay.
as Anjali ma'am rightly said, what if you're going to be having an interview published in the journal? Definitely that'll have a photograph of yours. So can we have everyone's cameras on to have a look at how you are and how you would look in that journal? So let's have all cameras on with that as well.
Yes, come on, let's take a picture. Has everyone come on camera? Come on.
Great, great.
All right. See, we are all a family of writers, right? Yeah, no one is going to stand on judgment. No one is going to say that, come on, what kind of ideas do you have? You just need to relax and be yourself. All right? Okay. So welcome to all my friends who've joined us from out of India also. Thank you. Vijay sir is from UK, House sir is from Iraq, and I think Dabir is from Pakistan. Yes. Jyoti, are you able to take a photograph? Otherwise, a little later, I'll request Neeta to take it. Can you take it, please?
I'll do that. I'm just waiting for all cameras to be on. Balbir, Neelam, Shaheen's iPhone, I see. Pallavi.
Yes, come on. Don't have to rush and put on some makeup.
Your story will do the telling.
All right. So are you ready? Tomorrow there's going to be an article on you in the newspapers. And what title are you going to give it?
So can we put it in the chat?
All right, sure. Another thing, supposing your stomach is going cold with fear, you don't want to share this activity, you don't have to. All right, we can do something else.
Can I
It's
share?
fine. You want to share? Yes,
Yeah.
Paul. Yes, Paul, sir. What are you going to title your article on you?
Success story of Paulo Sarimbo.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. And anyone else? Have you put something in the chat board? Shama?
I was thinking
At
my article heading would be The Talking Eyes.
the talking eyes. Wow. Wow, that's really original. That's fantastic. Okay, anybody else? Okay. We'll just take one or two more answers and then let's get started with our session. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. Very creative. So why do we get so frightened when we want to talk about ourselves?
I think
Why?
it's the inhibition about, it's easier to talk about others than about yourself.
Yes. You don't want people to talk about you or you don't want to share anything personal. So it's okay. So should we get started then?
Yeah.
All right. Come on. Okay, so writing creatively. Now just look at the line which we have below. I'm going to put it on presentation mode. Yes, can one of you kindly read this line which is written at the bottom of this window? Yes, Jyoti.
Creativity is your intelligence having fun.
Yes, so initially you just have fun. But now see, on the other hand, since 600 BC, Aesop was writing his fables. Before that, 5,000 years have passed when we had the epics written in India. So from that time to now, virtually any story you write or any idea you put up in the world, it has already been taken. So what we need to do is that we need to showcase our work in a very different way, in a catching way, so that people, they notice, they get up and they look at your work. And so that's what we are going to engage ourselves with today. Now let's have a look at our next slide. Objectives of creative writing, and I've tried my best that the session takeaways, they match the objectives. So please go through it. The reason I don't want to read them out is that a little later, I'm going to share these PPTs with you. They will be on the IAI3 YouTube channel. And also, if there are any questions, I'll be very happy to answer them. Sharing of personal stories. Now, over there, this is individualistic. This belongs to you, your experiences. When you travel, different cultures, different experiences, traditions, customs, different parts of the world, you've had experiences. Maybe you went scuba diving and suddenly you took pictures. Well, if something not so dramatic, even meeting elderly people who live in Africa, something that stirred your soul. So it's all about self-expression, about your work, your own style. So that's what we are going to try and do. Share your own stories. So I said I'm going to encourage you a lot to talk today, because we're probably not going to be able to write down too much, and you can write them at home and send them to me. Will that be fine?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, great. So again, a warm welcome to all of those people who joined us recently. Now, today, we are going to take up a few of these components. There are many of them in creative writing. We are going to take up graphic organizers. Now see, when you write a written creation, there has to be logic between the plot, the storyline, the characters, sequence in time, belief of the people in those days, political atmosphere, costumes, whether it has happened and people were reacting to that. So everything has to be aligned. So some tools have been given to us called graphic organizers, which we use to keep our creation in focus. So now I'm going to just give you a little information on virtually all of these, and then we are going to go into some participative activities. Okay, so everything you do, it doesn't have to be a story. You can use overlap stories is when I'm going to request all of you to please mute yourselves. Yes, please could you mute yourself so everybody gets the benefit of it. Yeah, when you're writing about different processes in your office, you can use an overlap graphic organizer. Now look at this.
Anjali ma'am, please unmute yourself. I was actually muted all. Anjali ma'am, unmute yourself. Just unmute.
Yeah. Okay, so sorry about that. All right, so style. Now just think of the stories of O. Henry. Think of P.G. Wodehouse. The moment you get a written piece, you know this belongs to him. Mulshi Premchand, Amrita Pritam Singh, Khushwant Singh, they have their own style of writing. So we try to create a brand. Okay, now each one of these is a faculty of study on its own.
Yeah, everyone different. That's one.
Balveer, can you kindly mute yourself? Yeah, so each one of these is a faculty in itself. So we are going to also. Balveer, can I request you to please mute yourself? Otherwise, we'll have to very sadly do it from this side.
Like a volume.
All right, let's continue. Jyoti, are you able?
Usually करना.
Are you able to mute the participants, Jyoti, or do I have to do it from this side?
No, I am not the host or the co-host, so I cannot do it. You will only be able to do it as a
Okay.
co-host.
Okay, okay, just a minute.
Mute का क्यों मतलब?
उन्होंने क्या म्यूट करो
अच्छा. Mute का मतलब मैं सुन नहीं सकते.
ना म्यूट में मतलब आपकी आवाज नहीं जाएगी
आते
Okay,
खुद आवाज
उन्हें-
भी नहीं आ रही.
वो तो कनेक्शन ठीक नहीं है ना
लेकिन बिल्कुल ठीक.
I muted all again. Please unmute yourself, Anjali ji.
Okay, so let's get started. So sorry about all that. Yeah, so we talk about style. We have to have a theme. If you're writing about the freedom struggle, it has to be about that. If you're talking about dogmas, so we don't jump from theme to theme. We try our best. Okay.
वॉल्यूम तो पूरी उनकी करते हैं. लाइव लिखे है. लाइव.
What should we do, Jyoti?
Who is that participant?
Yeah, Balveer.
I think you can boot him, isn't it?
Sir, you can
Yeah.
just go to the
Okay.
mute button, the mic button, and mute it every single time you get unmuted.
Okay, so
I mute him.
yeah, so I have to mute Balveer Singh, right? From this side?
I'm done. And you don't come out of share.
Okay,
You
you're
may
done.
continue. We will handle. Now Jyoti is also co-host.
Okay, okay, that's amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah. Now, I think that I'm so sorry. We might have to ask him to leave the meeting. Can you handle this, Jyoti? Jyoti, please, can you unmute him? Otherwise,
Done. Proceed.
all right. Okay, great. So now look at this number 8. It means denouement, which is a French word where all the ragged ends of the story come together in the end. Okay. So now let's look at language. When you write in a particular language, any language in the world, we have to have some mastery over it. And so we go through a grammar check. We ask some experts to read our work, and then we continue. So as I said, each one of them has a faculty of learning of its own, which we will take up. Oh, this thing has to get back.
Just hit enter. It will go to the next slide.
Oh, enter. Okay. All right, so parallel stories. Now, do you all remember the story of Diwar, where two children? So there was a couple. They lived in India at the time of the freedom struggle, and they were villagers. So one day they went to a fair and they had twin children, two boys. In the village fair, they were enjoying themselves. The boys were 3 years old, and suddenly the dam broke. The dam which held the waters of the river together, the waters came and inundated the village fair. And although the mother tried to hold on to one child and the father tried to hold on to one child, they got separated. And everyone started flowing downstream in the swirling waters. And somewhere about 3 or 4 kilometers downstream, what happened was that the mother and the two children, they were separated, the father was separated, the mother caught hold of one child somehow, and then she found work as a laborer to cut stones in a quarry, and she brought up one child. And then the other one, the father, he got work as a postman. And the second child, he was picked up by a gangster. So two parallel stories went side by side. And what happened was, within the same locality, when they grew up, the postman's values, they got imbibed into the child who was brought up by the mother. And he became a police officer, and it was unfortunate, but he had to catch the gangster. So this was the story of Diwar. Shashi Kapoor was the police officer and Amitabh Bachchan was the gangster. It was very sad, but this kind of graphic organizer, we call it overlap stories or parallel stories, and there are some tools given to us. Then again, we have linear events. Linear events means your story goes one event after the other. So it's quite easy to follow what's going to happen next. Okay, now I need your help. There are three types of poetry which are very popular in creative writing. One is called haiku, which comes from Japan. 9th century poets, they used to write 3 lines. And these lines, they didn't have to rhyme, but they had to have about 17 syllables. Now, if anyone can share what is a syllable, I think everybody is muted, so I will tell you, but I will request you to, I will ask the host to unmute you. Now see, these 3 lines, they have to be written in the present tense and they have to be about nature. And so we are going to count the syllables. Now, what is a syllable? Syllable is a unit of sound. That means one consonant sound is attached to a vowel sound. So in a word like "and," there is 1 syllable, "old" has 1 syllable. Now there are many words which have more than 1 syllable, like communication. So it has 5 syllables, but K is emphasized. So can we unmute ourselves and can you help me to count the syllables of this haiku poem? If you could kindly read it, one of you.
Ma'am, your screen is not sharing.
Yeah, we can't see the screen.
You can't see the screen? Okay. Is it better now?
No, ma'am.
You need to share, do screen share.
Okay, I think gone off, right? Yeah, all right, I'm sorry about that.
Yes.
Gone off. Just give me just a minute. I'm sorry, there's a little bit of technological problems, but it will come back. So crazy things happen. Okay, let's see. Okay, we got it right now. Yes, I think when we go to the presentation mode, then everything gets frozen. So
You go to the presentation mode and just click on the slides, it will move to next. That's it.
all right, so who's going to help me to count these syllables? They have to be 17 totally. And once we do these 3 forms of poetry, I'm going to tell you a secret. Okay? So come on, Poonam, can you count? And old, silent has got 2. Jyoti, Shama, Vijay, Paul, Dabir, come on.
Pond has 1 syllable.
Okay, so we, very good. So we count from the beginning.
Okay. And has 1 syllable.
Yes?
Bold as 1, silent as 2, and pond as 1.
Okay, so how many is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right? What about the next line?
Oh, I thought somebody else is trying now.
All right, come on, someone else.
Okay, I'll try.
Yes, come
Shaheen.
on. Shaheen, come on.
Is 1, frog
Yes.
is 2, jumps is 3. Into will have 2, 3, 2, 5. The is 1, 6, and pond is 1, 7.
Okay, so we got 5 and 7. Now let's do the last line. And who's going to take this up?
Ma'am, are we only counting the vowels over here?
No, we're counting the syllables, and we won't do all the haikus that I've put up. We'll do only one so that we can learn it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, we've got so many people. Come on. Somebody else, Smita. How, sir, would you like to count the syllables? And Paul? Okay, so splash has 1 syllable of sound, silence has 2, and again has 2. So total, if we get 17 or 16, we have got a haiku ready, right? So mainly it's about nature and it's about syllables. So it's not easy to write poetry. Okay, many people try. So these 3 forms are very popular because they're the easiest. So let's look at a limerick. So we've done haiku. Limerick is a funny poem which has got the first 2 lines, the last syllable, the sound has to match, and the 5th line, the sound has to match. The 3rd and the 4th line, the last 2, the sound has to match. Okay, so just have a look. You can read it. We may not do the syllable counting here, but we will do the counting in a sonnet. All right, are you able to read this limerick which is written at the bottom? Can you read it? Yes? Okay, so let's just read it and then we will go ahead and have a look at the next one we've got. All right? Okay, how about you, Jyoti? Why don't you read this, please? There was an old lady of Chertsey.
There was an old lady of Chertsey who made a remarkable curtsy. She twirled round and round till she sank underground, which distressed all the people of Chertsey.
Yes, so it doesn't make much sense, but it is known as a limerick. Okay, so the limerick, the first line has to have between 7 and 10 syllables. The 3rd and the 4th line, they have between 5 and 7 syllables. Now the one on top we call an alliteration. It is a tongue twister. Okay, and the one below, this I have made myself. There was a writer called H.G. Wells, and he used to write about science fiction somewhere in the late 1800s and the beginning of 1900s. And he made many predictions. He wrote The War of the Worlds, The Time Machine. So he had written about a man who could make himself invisible. I've tried my best to put the syllables the way they should be put, but it'll be easy for you to make poetry if you want to. Now the sonnet. Sonnet is the 3rd type, which is very, very popular. Sonnet was made popular by Shakespeare. At that time, there was another poet called Spenser. Now you will be amazed to know that one of his most popular sonnets, sonnet number 18, "Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? It was written for a man." What used to happen in those days, just like we had Emperor Akbar who used to encourage the arts. He had the Navratna in his court and they were artists. Theater, drama, music, poetry, they were being encouraged by very rich families of Italy in the 1500s. So the patron used to ask the poets to write a poetry on himself. So they were not really romantic. But this particular sonnet is supposed to be, at least seemingly we believe it because there are no records refuting that it was written for a man. A sonnet, I'll just tell you a little bit about it and then we will get into an activity. It has 14 lines. It has 3 quatrains of 4 lines each. And the last syllable, that is why the syllables are important. last syllable of sound, it goes into an A-B pattern for these quatrains. And 2 lines, which are a couplet in the end, they go into an A pattern. We're talking about the last syllable. Each line has to have 10 syllables, and it has to introduce the topic in the first line, conclude the topic in the last line. So we know how difficult it is to write poetry, but once we get the hang of it, then your ideas start flowing. Then you become a poet. You start writing all sorts of poetry. So this was, of course, written by him. Now this sonnet is written by an Indian person. Unfortunately, the author is anonymous, but it has all the ingredients, all the components of a sonnet. It's about Diwali. So we realize even in modern times, we are able to write sonnets. So haiku, sonnet, limerick, these are the most popular forms of poetry that we write. Okay, now I am going to ask you some questions each, and I am going to request you to answer them. Now, are you feeling shy? Is everybody feeling shy? Are you going to participate, or are you going to just say, no, 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 not me, pass the question to the next person? Come on, as I said, we are a family. We are learning.
Depends
how
on what you give, Anjali.
No, no.
That was a very diplomatic answer.
No, there'll be no embarrassing, no personal questions. Everything will be above board. Okay, so who is going to go first? Come on, Vijay, since you brought up that question, would you like to go first?
No, not me, surely not me. If it's easy question, then I'll come.
Okay. Now see, you're from UK. Over there, the standards are much higher than about talking than India. So, supposing you were acting in a TV serial, which serial would you like to act in, and which actor would you like to be? Now, are you comfortable, Vijay, with this question?
Sorry, Anjali, not really.
Okay, no
but
problem.
The strange thing is I don't have a TV. I don't watch serial for a quite long time.
All right. Okay, great. When you were in school, which was the sport you played, and what did you keep inside your locker?
Yeah, I play badminton.
Okay.
And I keep my trainers.
Okay. What's that? Trainers is something to do with badminton?
Shoes, yeah.
Shoes. Okay, trainer shoes. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much. That was amazing. At least you got the ball moving. Thank you so much, Vijay. Okay, so should we take the next person? Yes. Poonam, would you like to go next? I promise you I won't put you in the spot. Okay, relax, take a deep breath. See how Vijay sir has already come on to it.
No, now you can ask difficult questions.
Of course.
Because he's out of that thing. So he's saying now the difficult questions can come.
Now it's going to become more and more difficult. Okay. So if you wanted to become an expert at something, Poonam, what would you like it to be?
I would like to be in communication skills.
Thank you for this lovely answer. Very, it's very thought-provoking that people want to speak very well. Okay, so Jyoti, if a movie was being made on your life, Jyoti, are you listening to this question?
Yes, please go ahead.
If a movie was being made on your life, who would you want to choose as an actor to play your role?
Oh my God, this is so difficult. Who would I want as an actor to play my role?
Yes, come on.
So indirectly, you're asking me who is my favorite actor.
Sure, but that actor should be able to perform your life skills.
Okay.
Up to you. It's up to you. It's this is very free session. I told you interactive, participate and enjoy yourself and use your 2000 vocabulary. What does that mean? you can pronounce wrongly.
Yes, so it would be maybe Rani Mukherjee.
Wow. Okay. Fantastic. And why did you choose her?
Probably because the height that I carry is somewhat similar, and the kind of bold conversations she can carry herself with. So
That's right. That's right. That sort of
these are the two
defines.
aspects that I look into while I chose Rani Mukherjee to be.
Lovely, Jyoti. I think that defines you very well. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so should we take Dabir? Dabir next. If you wanted to eliminate any one thing from your daily routine, want to get rid of something from your daily routine, what would it be? You're allowed to take. Yeah, please.
Thank you very much for giving me opportunity. It is just for the participant. I am from Pakistan, and Madam Anjali is very kind. She accepted that I am in the part of that great community. The one thing that I want to get rid of it, that is distraction. Nowadays, mobile addiction is very much, and I'm.
It's 5:33 p.m.
Dabir, I'm sorry, we cannot hear you.
We've lost your voice. You need to just check your connectivity, and we can't hear you.
Okay, are you comfortable now? Dabir, I'm very sorry, we can't hear you.
We still can't hear you.
Try it again.
We still can't hear you, Mr. Dabir.
Yeah, try to fix your sound if you can. Okay, Dabir, what we'll do, we wouldn't like to do that, but yes, are you trying?
Yes, am I audible?
Yes.
All right. Actually, I am saying that nowadays the big distraction is the mobile addiction. And I also want to get rid of this addiction because I also want to improve my communication skills. And that is why I am in your this lovely meeting because previously you were a part of some Zoom meetings, and I figured out that you have very good communication skills, and the people from India are very good at English speaking. What we don't have there a good environment here. So I also want to join this kind of Zoom meeting where I can get and improve my skills. But the distraction is I'm just wishing, not actually doing or work towards this activities.
Okay, very nice. First thing to come on in front of so many people and start speaking in itself is a very brave thing to do. Thank you, Mr. Dabir, for taking this chance to come and talk to us. And there's nothing like India being very good at communications. I think that knowledge has no boundaries or walls or anything.
So I deeply appreciated all of you. So nice. Very nice people. Everybody is very nice, humble.
We hope to see more of you on our Zoom meetings.
Definitely.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. Okay, great. So it's going very well. Now, Mangai, are you ready for your question? Are you ready, Mangai? Are you there? Sorry, I think some people have got disconnected. Okay, so whom should we take up next? Come on, Smita, are you there? What about Neeta, ma'am? Neeta, would you like to go next?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very nice.
Do you hear me, ma'am? I think the connectivity is the issue. I'm struggling from 5:30. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what we'll do, Mangai, yeah. All right, Neeta, should I take the question with Mangai now?
Yes. Carry on.
Thank you. But you must go next, Neeta. All right. Mangai, what is the best gift anyone has given you so far?
Best gift, I would always say books are the best gift for me because I could preserve it longer.
Okay.
I feel so. According to others' perspective, I don't know, but I feel the books because I always have them. Even the other gifts I preserve a lot, but books are preferable. Yeah.
All right, that's really wonderful. Fantastic. I'm glad you didn't say lipstick and makeup and stuff like that and perfume.
I don't
Okay.
use only. That's why I don't. They don't give me also.
All right. Okay. Mangai, very nice of you first thing to attend this program and then to give us this lovely answer. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, Neeta ma'am, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes. So when you wake up in the morning, Neeta, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? Very simple question.
So I always do gratitude first. So that is what is my regular routine only. Means it's not something I'm imagining, but what I'm doing that I'm telling. So I express gratitude for nature, universe, and give thanks to everyone. That what actually first thing I do.
Okay, I think that's an extremely spiritual and very beautiful thing to do, Neeta. Thanks so much. Thanks a lot for sharing part of your life with us. That's what we want to do. We build up a community of friends. Okay, thank you, Neeta. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Dr. Paul, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, which is the last place on earth that you would like to visit?
My hometown,
Why?
because now I have moved out from my hometown to Pune.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
would like to move back to my hometown where my parents and grandparents are buried.
All right. Maybe do you have any family left over there?
Yeah. My elder brother is there, and all sisters' families are there.
Okay.
Except few of us, most of them are remaining at hometown.
Right.
So, and being with, for me, I don't have any people problem, that I can get along with people. I accept people as they are, without, in spite of their behavior may not be what I'm expecting, but I still can get along with them. Being with your own people is something, what you call,
Yes.
it is a wonderful thing, because God has added all these people in your life for a purpose.
Yes,
That
exactly.
could be negative role, or it could be positive role, like in a movie. And they play their role and they get out of the my life. So I should not carry that negative behavior of people and keep on saying, no, I don't like that place. No, I like that place, because every place created by God is a wonderful. So at the end, I would like to get back and then tell my children that bury me where my parents are kept, because there is unity at least after death.
Yes, of course. Very nicely answered. Thank you so much. Very, very beautiful. Thanks again. All right. So, thank you, sir. How, sir,
Welcome.
are you ready? How, sir, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. And how's the weather in Iraq?
Oh, it's so hot.
Pretty good.
First, I want to thank you for this join this group and this nice meeting. Even I can't speak very well, and English in your language is some difficult for us. Even I was in India 2000 for two years. Sorry, for 2 years.
Yes.
And about weather in Iraq, it's very hot, and I am staying in Kurdistan. Kurdistan is north of Iraq,
Right.
and weather is now we are in the summertime, and the temperature is more than 50, sometimes at 55, and more than 55 also.
Okay.
Even we are boiled.
Okay, that's great. And I want to share with everyone, he used to be my student while he was in India, and now he is the head of the geography department in the university. So thank you so much, Hauser, for joining us.
Thank you, ma'am.
And thank you for sharing about Iraq, what you're doing Kurdistan. Okay, so if you still do childish things, what is the one thing that is the most childish of all? Hauser, are you comfortable with this question?
Sorry, again, please.
What? Do you behave like a child sometimes? Child.
Yeah.
Do you behave like a child sometimes?
I can't understand
Okay,
what you.
okay, doesn't matter. What we'll do, sir, you
But
told us.
I want to ask you there's one question about the best gift.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, because the last night I went to my library and I see something there. There is a gift. One girl gave me at 2009. I think 2009 or 2008.
Yes.
It is a nice gift for me. Still, I keep it in my library.
Yeah, okay. Was it a book or was it some bookmark or what
No,
was it?
it is some like a pen and there is words and some things in one box.
Okay, it was a pen and some very nicely written words in a
Yeah,
book.
but she is married now. I don't see again.
You know, the best things in life, one can only admire them from far. Okay, thank you so much, sir. It was really amazing. Okay, Shama. Shama, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so do you believe in going to the gym and doing some exercise, or do you believe in just sitting in front of the TV and becoming a couch potato?
No, I think I'm a mix of both. If
All right.
I'm not a exercise freak.
Yes.
And I really need to, push myself for exercising. And gym person, I'm not. I would rather go out for a walk. I feel the gym atmosphere is very claustrophobic.
Yes.
And but there are days when I really don't feel like going for a walk. I'm not a very regular person where walk is concerned, but
Yes.
I'm also not a couch potato.
Okay, lovely. That's nice. So you have a balance of both. That's really wonderful. Thank you so much, Shama.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Balbir. Balbir, are you ready to take your question now? I think we are coming to the end of this activity. Are you there, Balbir? Are you there, Balbir? Otherwise, I'll come back to you a little later. Yeah, so Neelam. Neelam, would you like to take the next question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So do you prefer to listen or do you prefer to talk?
Ma'am, I prefer to listen first and then I will talk. As per, suppose any problem or something is there, or maybe every time whenever in a class. So I prefer to listen first to the kids and then I will talk.
Okay, that's amazing. Wonderful. I'm glad being a teacher, you listen. That's amazing because we're all used to speaking non-stop, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Neelam. I think we have Karishma now. Karishma, are you there?
Yes,
ma'am. All right. I think maybe that's the last participant. Otherwise, if there's somebody I've missed out, please forgive me. And we can take that person also. All right. So which song do you think describes you as a person the best? Song?
Song that describes me as a person.
Yes. Anything that comes to your mind. If you want, I can even change the question. No problem.
Yeah, that would be fine. But I'm not a very musical person.
Okay,
like
no
I
problem.
don't listen to music a lot.
See, supposing you were not married, what kind of partner would you like for yourself? Come on, we all want to know.
Okay, so I am not married, and I think that a partner that I would like to have would be somebody who has like a mutual understanding with me and a mutual respect more than any other thing. Yeah, so I feel these two things are important.
Okay, that's wonderful. Yeah, love and respect. Wonderful. So is there somebody, Sangeeta, would you like to answer now? Thank you so much, Karishma.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, good evening. So Sangeeta, what is the most embarrassing thing you've done in your life?
The most embarrassing thing? May I have another question? I don't know.
Okay. Okay. What is the one skill that you feel you're best at? It can be anything, Sangeeta.
Communicating with the children, getting like interaction with the children at any given
Oh.
point of time. I would love that.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. I think we're done with everyone. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. Come on, everybody, clap. Why aren't you clapping?
So friends, sorry Anjali, just a moment. There's a little confusion. So I have shared the IAI3 group, the WhatsApp group link in the chat box.
Yes.
Those of you who are interested in knowing about the upcoming sessions and keeping yourself updated with the latest that's happening at this platform, we urge you to join that WhatsApp group so that you will be aware about the latest announcements that are coming at IAI3 platform. So
Yes.
that was about the link. So yeah, ma'am, you can continue. I'm so sorry to interrupt.
No, wonderful. We are all part of IAI3. In fact, this is a great platform for us. Okay, so should we continue with our little bit of learning and then again we'll do an activity, okay? All right, so we have a technique in writing called show, don't tell. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
I
because-
can hear you.
Okay, that's really wonderful. Thank you, Balbir. You've come back on now. We'll take your question a little later, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right, so we have 5 senses. So sometimes we talk about emotions and activities and what's happening, but we don't actually say that I'm smelling something wonderful or I've seen something great. All right, so I need someone to please read this one, tactile imagery, and then read the lines underneath. Should I call out the names? Come on, Jyoti, please, could you read this?
Sure. Show, don't tell. Tactile imagery.
Yes.
The caresses, the wet licks and pawing made the child laugh with joy.
Yes, wonderful. So that's what we do, okay? In creative writing, we use a lot of imagery, figures of speech, quotations, idioms. Okay, next person. Now, Sangeeta, could you read the next one, please? Sangeeta?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please read. Olfactory.
Imagery. The intoxicating fragrance of the first buds of spring transported me to heaven.
Okay, lovely. So we are not actually talking about roses, but we are talking about smells. Okay, now again, the slide is not moving forward. So just a minute. All right, are you able to read this? Okay, so Dabir, can you read this one, auditory imagery, and the one on the right, please?
Right. The whispering tenderness of rippling movement revived me.
Yes, so we're not talking about gentle water falling. And then the next person, what about Neelam? Please, could you read this, the roaring thunder?
The roaring thunder of raging, infuriated waters stilled my soul.
Yes, okay, lovely. So Shama, let's read this one, visual imagery.
Yes, ma'am. I wandered lonely as a cloud. It happens to be one of my favorite poems.
Oh, lovely.
That floats on high over vales and hills. When all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. Beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze.
Okay,
William
beautiful.
Wordsworth, yeah.
Thank you so much. That was very well read, as everyone. And you can immediately see yellow colored flowers all over the hills and dales. So this we called imagery. Okay, so should we have Poonam, would you like to read this, please?
Yes, ma'am. Gustatory imagery, the aroma of the blended spices, marinated with ardent fresh herbs, engulfed his nostrils till he felt a heady dizziness.
Okay, very nice. So people who love eating, who are foodies, they know what's going to happen. Okay, all right. So this is another graphic organizer. Supposing you go on a trip and you take pictures. So you come back and you make them into a story. So you can use visual graphic organizers to help you. And then we put it on a board. If you have a board and on the wall, whatever has to go into that story or the written creation, we put it on the board and we make a sequence and we write it. So we had seen a linear sequence, we had seen an overlap sequence, we have seen a story map. Now I wanted to find out how much time we have because I wanted you all to do some characterization. So are you ready to do that?
Yes.
Yes.
We have around 8-10 minutes, so we can do it.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, within 5 or 6 lines, I'm going to tell you a story. And then I'll tell you how we form characters. Okay, this is our organizer. These are the details. Now just look at this. Okay, so very quickly, there were 2 young couples. One was called Neha and Rohit. They were married and they had friends. They were called Shruti and Akash. And they were IT professionals living in Delhi. They decided to go on a holiday to a fort in Rajasthan. Yes. Yes. Yes, please, Jyoti, if you could mute. I think it's Balbir again, right? All right, so they went to this fort in Rajasthan. After a 12-hour drive, they reached there. And the gate of the fort was very far from the fort itself. They got off and they had to get onto an elephant and go to the hotel. It was already becoming very dark. It was dusk. When they reached the hotel, they were welcomed. Their luggage was taken to their rooms and they decided, let's freshen up and come down for dinner. And when Neha and Rohit went to their room, Rohit got dressed within a few minutes. He told his wife, do you mind if I go down and I'll look around the fort? So she said, yeah, no, go ahead. I'll be done in 2 minutes. So he went. Now, while she was freshening up, it was dark, okay, outside. So she felt that somebody was looking at her. She got this horrible, uncanny, eerie feeling that there was someone looking at her. Now, she being a modern woman, she didn't believe in the other sciences. So she went to the window, she opened the curtains. Outside her room were the ramparts of the fort. Ramparts, as you know, is the lookout where the soldiers used to stand. Again, she closed the curtain, someone was looking at her. So she opened the door and went out, and it was dark and there was no one there. So she just let it go. She got dressed, she went down, they met, the friends met, they had a beautiful time. Lot of Rajasthani entertainment, music, dance, lakh, bangles, sorry, mehndi, and so many different types of cuisines, excuse me. So they had an absolutely amazing time. Now then they came back to the room. The men had a drink each. When they came back, Rohit went to sleep immediately because they were tired. Now she was brushing her hair, and again, she felt this horrible feeling that someone is looking at her, trying to reach out to her, trying to communicate. So she had told you that she was very modern. She didn't believe in this. She went, she opened the window, she went out, she took a walk in the dark. But in all the arches and niches of the fort, she could see no one. Then she came back, and then she heard the tinkling of anklets outside. She heard a footfall, a heavy footfall, and the 2 of them walked from one end of the fort to the other. And then she heard the footsteps coming back and whispering going on. So she went out. Nothing happened. Nobody there. After a long time, she went to sleep, but she had horrible, restless sleep. She just couldn't sleep. So the next morning, she got dressed. They were going to go for Jaipur Darshan, and they went. The 4 friends were having breakfast, and the owner of the hotel came. He started regaling them with all sorts of stories about the fort. He was dressed like a Maharaja, and he was an erstwhile Maharaja with kamarband and feta and mustaches, and he told them about many things. So she asked him, last night I had this experience. So he said, no, these things don't happen in the fort. Maybe you imagined it. So she said, but why just me and nobody else in our group? And how did this happen? I want to know. And she prodded him. So he told her that about 400 years ago, there was a Maharana who had 4 daughters. The youngest one, she fell in love with a commoner. When her father came to know, he was furious. He said, you have a duty towards your public. You cannot marry a commoner. You are a descendant from the sun god. So he got her married to the neighboring Maharana. She lived happily, but when she died, her spirit came back. Now, this is what the owner told her. Spirit came back, and every no moon night, she used to meet her lover as a spirit. So the owner told her, this is what you experienced last night. And she said, okay. And she was wondering, why me? Why not the other lady, Shruti? Then he finished breakfast. Now, when she was getting into the car, the owner came and he helped her in the car. He opened the door and she sat down. Just as he was about to close the door, he told her, Rajkumari, your secret is safe with me. And he closed the door. And that's the end of the story. So I would love it if you would like to do a little characterization on the Maharaja and Neha. These are the two main protagonists of our story. Would you like to try that? Give them names, age, what they were doing. Do you think the story is true? Think about it. You can take a few seconds to think. Come on. Again, I'll have to call out names and then I'm going to ask you to give what comes to your mind. Now, this story is written by a lady called Mrs. Jayashree Dhillon. She's an Indian authoress. Apparently, it's a true story. Lots of legends, folklore, myths, these surround the forts and palaces of our country and all over the world. Okay, so we have a graphic organizer like this. We give attributes to the characters. Character number 1, who is supposed to be the main protagonist. Number 2, and then we start building up. Costumes, weaponry, jewelry, era in time, what kind of stature they had, physical attributes, and what kind of traits. They were modern. Neha was a modern girl, but something happened to her which she couldn't describe or understand. So we have to portray her like that. The people who read it, our stories, should get convinced that this did happen. Maybe she reincarnated, but that is my reading. Maybe that the hotel just tried something like that, just to add some kind of, deep mystery to all the guests who come. But I would like your views on it. Does anyone want to venture? Come on, you don't have to get frightened. Nobody believes in ghosts. Okay, so Balbir, would you like to read this? This is our closing quotation. Are you there? Okay, so I think I need to call out names now. Jyoti, can you kindly read this quotation, and you can let me know by email what are your readings about the characters when you get time, and if you would like to do that.
Sure, I'll read the quote out. The moving finger writes, and having writ moves on. Nor all thy pity nor wit shall lure it back to cancel half a line, nor all thy tears wash out a word of it.
Okay, wonderful.
Omar Khayyam.
That's right. So you get beautiful imagery, poets from the Arabian Times. I think I need to have some water. I'll do that. Arabian Times, Omar Khayyam, Jalaluddin Rumi. If you read their poetry, they have deep meaning, imagery, beautiful analogies. So imbibe poetry in your life, writing. Start writing, just sit. Let your imagination run free. So how are you going to become writers? Come on, show me a thumbs up. Everyone, are you going to start writing?
Yes.
Yes.
That is my vision and mission to become a author.
Okay.
Next step.
That's absolutely wonderful.
And I am your student for creative learning, story writing, all that. Maybe I will take more sessions with you so that I can, I can have more lessons from you and then start writing it.
Thank you so much, sir. It's an honor for me when one student
I
tells me.
also invite all the participants, including the people who will be watching this video on Facebook Live, to become writer. See, the success in your hand. Unless you keep moving in life, you will not be able to succeed in life. Just merely carrying on with the life with the same skill, same knowledge, you will not reach anywhere. So I am a role model for you. See, now I am actually 72. I am a TA trainer, and now I am going to do PG on TA. I already got 6 degree. Now I am going to learn PG in TA, and after that I will want to become an author, because all that experience I have to convert into books. So after I write, after I die, there should be at least 100 books in my name, so that I leave it to the next generation.
That's fantastic, sir. Today we are going to request you to give us a vote of thanks, and thank you all the participants who are giving me such nice comments. Thank you so much.
Can I go ahead with vote of thanks?
Yes, please continue.
Hi everyone, I am Paulo Sarimbor. I am the Vice President of IAI 3. I thank Anjali Madam for giving us such a wonderful session, content and presentation that motivate you all to start writing and become an author. Nobody has said you don't write. Anjali Madam has, given you a way how to start writing. So it is up to you to start writing and become an author. Well, the next Tuesday session will be conducted by Tejaswini. We will be sharing the flyer in the group shortly. I invite all people to become members and paid members. You may be wondering how much is a paid membership. It's only rupees 1,500, cost of one lunch. So we conduct on every Tuesday knowledge sharing session. So you please come forward and conduct knowledge sharing session. We also publish e-journal every month. Write your article and publish it. Like in my Facebook Live, Anjali Madam asked me one question: how does it help the trainers? Well, most of the trainers or most of the people have poor visibility on the social media. IAI 3 platform help you to, promote you on social media. Millions of people are watching you, your knowledge sharing session and your articles. So take help of IAI 3 and start conducting knowledge sharing. Now you know that is on Facebook Live. Many people are watching you. After that, Dr. Neeta will convert into YouTube video. Again, that will be shared on the, social media. So
not necessary, sir. I have sent her my video of last week for a very long time and it's still not up. So I don't know whether it will be up on social media, but yeah, we all get it to see it on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
And practically attend the session. That's what makes it interesting, actually.
Yeah. In fact, every time I get motivated more and more. I hope you all get motivated. Thanks all the participants for having spared time and come for this session.
Yes,
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you to everyone.
Thank you, Anjali ma'am.
Thank you. Hope
Thank
to
you,
connect
ma'am.
with you.
And thank you, everyone.
So I believe now each and every one of us is all excited to start writing creatively. Let's invest our gray matter in, thinking differently, like the way Anjali ma'am has narrated to us the ideas of, fluency in English and fluency in the way we can play with our words to make our stories very, very interesting. So thank you, Anjali ma'am. It was indeed a very, very interesting session. And definitely now I'm all motivated to write a book. So thank you very much for that.
So nice of you, Jyoti. Thanks to all the participants, and I kind of thoroughly enjoyed myself. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Anjali ji, it was wonderful session.
Take care. Thanks, everyone.
Nice session.
Bye.
Hope to see
And
you also.
don't
Thank
worry,
you.
Jyoti, I'll upload it, maybe skipped. It was not on my PC, no, so it might have skipped. So I'll just check where you have sent me and I'll upload
I've
it.
shared it on the comment drive in your personal window.
Okay. So that's why it might have skipped. So don't worry, I'll upload it and do the announcement of our EduTalk session. On Friday, we are meeting on EduTalk, no? So
Yes, yes.
Anjali ma'am, you may just let them understand.
Yes, so let the host take it over from there to announce the EduTalk.
Yes, thank you so much. Every Friday
ma'am.
at 6 p.m. in the evening, we go live. We go live on Facebook. We interview a person who has done something with their lives which touches the heart of other people. Simple people like you and me, they come, they share their stories, and they tell us how they got motivated to help others. So this coming Friday on IAI3 Facebook Live, we are interviewing a lady called Sonika Shah. She's an image consultant and she will be talking to us about her profession and how she got into it and how she started helping people. So I look forward to having you all there. It's very exciting to see all of you in the audience.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Hauser. For all of us, the energy resonates. Thank you for being there for me and for IAI3. Okay, bye-bye. See you Friday. See you. Bye,
Thank you,
Sita.
ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye. Bye-bye. Thank you.